Why, hello, folks. Welcome to episode 14 of streaming live from my living room. I don't know how this has happened. Um, Episode 14, Father's Day weekend. Um, we get all the shit we want all the time anyway, so I don't really have anything cool to say about Father's Day weekend. Uh, I'm impossible because if I want something and I can afford it, I get it, right? So I don't want no fucking neckties, right? Sparkey in the house beeping over there. Uh, if you're new to the live stream, I don't know what this is. It's not stand-up comedy. There's a teeny little bit. I'm gonna tell stories. I'm all over the place. I have notes over there. I got floor notes over here. I tell some stories. And I'd like to do a little bit of recapping. Like I say, if you can donate to keep the electric on, that's fine, but the show is free. If you'd like to buy a I Partied at Home with Amish Comic Quarantine Tour shirt, that would kick Amish ass. Post in the chat where you're watching from. Share this to your friends. If you want to take some selfies and drop them in the chat there, that's fine too. Um, but here we go, episode 14. Those of you who've been with me since the beginning here, um, every single week I come out and I am a whiny biatch saying, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I'll never make it through the whole fucking hour. I'm sorry. And this week is no different. And somehow we make it through the episode. And you folks are so amazing. I can't read the chat now, but when you post shit in there, I'll see it later in the week. Then those comments tell me that, hey, it was a good episode. We're having fun. Just keep up the good work. But I'm still fucking all worked up because I just don't feel like I can't remember shit. I get all fucking mixed up. 14 weeks in a row of watching anything is fucking enough to blow your fucking brains out. So apparently, when I'm worked up like this and I am concerned that the show's gonna suck batshit balls, that's the key to having a good show. Because if I ever come out here and I'm all cocky and confident, say, hey, we got a hell of a show for you tonight, I am very proud and confident about this one. Which I tried once for my anniversary show, and that fucking turned to hell in a handcart. I don't remember what the fuck happened there, but lesson learned. So here we are. I like to sometimes do a recap of some shit that happened last week in an episode once I hit the comments on the board. So I did a rant last week about uh, not being able to fall asleep like a lot of people. A lot of people just fall asleep just like while you're fucking talking to him. And I have an amazing fan. He's probably watching now. He watched every episode, but he posts right on my wall. He says, "Love the show, but I fell asleep during the episode," and I mocked it. I'm like, "How the fuck can anybody sleep while this is going on? That's a terrible thing to do to anybody." And he fell asleep at the top of the show last week, and he woke up on the couch to hear me mocking him in the episode about a fan who falls asleep during the fucking episode. I think he thought he was in some kind of weird fucking episode of the Twilight Zone. So that was kind of cool, fun shit for me. I did a couple more Zoom interviews this week. Again, they're awkward. It's fun to guest, but they asked me the dumbest shit. The one they got me with this past week was, and they believe this is true, then I gotta straighten them out. Is it true they heard Amish women take their bonnets and flip them down for a mask? That's just something they fucking thought up for the tourists that don't believe fucking stupid shit like that. So that was kind of fun stuff. I'm still, for me, sometimes my own comedy comes back to haunt me. We're rocking the shit out of curbside, loving curbside. A couple of things are kind of tricky because you order on the phone and you got to go pick that fucking shit up. And they don't always have what they say they have in the app. oddly enough, tomatoes have become a little bit tricky to get because they don't have that many and they don't know when they're coming. And then you got to get them, pow, and they're gone. And that's my own joke coming back to haunt me, where I was pissing and moaning about the neighbors all planting their tomatoes, and they want me to share the farming expertise with them. So that comes back to haunt me now because they say, "Hey, Amish, when you got a chance, could you check out my tomatoes?" And I go nuts on there, unless that's a metaphor for your wife's knockers. No, I don't want to see them. Well, now actually, that has reversed, because now when you say, "Can I come check out the tomatoes?" I'm actually disappointed if they are your wife's knockers. I hope they're actual real fucking tomatoes, because I can't fucking find tomatoes anywhere. So that's some weird shit going on there. And then they'll say, "Hey, check out my tomatoes." And then they'll come over. "Where's the tomatoes?" And he'll like this to his wife. "Oh, fuck me. I thought you had real fucking tomatoes here." So that's some weird shit going on with me. Also, if you haven't tuned into me before, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them. I can go over the cuckoo's nest at a moment's notice. We're still on all the different color lockdowns and all that shit, and I am of the mask wearing people, and I'm not judging anybody. If you want to mask up, hallelujah. If you're not masking up, that is also your decision. But I went fucking postal Susie over the fucking cuckoo's nest just this past week. I was out in the backyard here, and we were bleaching some clothing up and shit, and then we were all masked up, and the fucking crazy neighbor over here he saw that we had masks on, right? And he had a mask down here, just hanging, like he wore it as a chin strap. I don't know what the fuck it was. And he just came walking into where we were, and I went fucking nuts. Whoa, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, put that fucking mask on, you motherfucker. So that's the point. See, if you don't want to wear a mask, I ain't gonna judge you, but if you're not masking up, do not stroll into a pack of masked motherfuckers, because we will fucking turn on you and we will just beat the fuck out of you with whatever mask it is that you're not fucking wearing, for crying out loud. Mask that shit up. So that's some more fun shit going on here. The mask shit's still going on. And I was starting to wonder too, because people are going really fucking nuts to go out and do shit, right? And I get that. I'd rather be doing a lot of other shit too. But we're doing good with all this shit, and the different colors have fucked everybody up. Every time they think we're going to another color, everybody thinks we're all fucking fine, because everybody wants to do shit, right? Everybody wants to do shit. And I'm thinking, this goes back to my rant last week, I think I did. I don't like being told what to do, although I have adapted to the stay home thing. But I'm thinking, what if there was some kind of alternate universe where there was the next pandemic, you weren't supposed to stay home, you had to go out and do shit even if you didn't fucking wanna. Then we'd all be pissing and moaning and say, "Fuck that, I just want to stay home and fucking do nothing." And they'd go make people do shit that we didn't want to fucking do, because there'd be like different phases. It'd be like, we're in the golfing phase, and then everybody have to fucking go out and golf. And I'm a motherfucker, I don't want to fucking golf. I don't like golfing. Just go out there and fucking golf, because we want to fuck up the golfing stage, because we want to make it to the fishing stage. And if the fishing stage is after the golf, fuck that, I don't want to golf or fucking fish. And then we move to the fishing stage, and then it would be like the mask thing too. You'd all have different things. Like for the fishing stage, we'd all have to wear them big fucking stupid boots to stand in half a foot of water. It'd be a lot of fun. And then there'd be millions of people trying to fish that don't know how to fucking fish, pissing off the real fucking fishermen. And in the golf stage of the things, instead of the mask, we'd all wear them khaki, them tan pants and a fucking pink polo shirt with a little fucking alligator on it. And that would be the thing there. And then ultimately, I would want to get to the roller coaster phase of that pandemic, and that's because I love roller coasters. But you fuckers, you would be forced to go ride roller coasters, and that'd be a lot of fun for people like me. So like, fuck that, I don't want to be in the fucking roller coaster phase. I want to be stuck back in the fucking fishing phase or the golf stage. Now, I know I lost a bunch of you right there, because you're saying, that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard. How could there be a pandemic that makes us go out and do shit? Well, I would say half a year ago, we would have said, how can there be a fucking pandemic that makes us stay the fuck home and do nothing? So right there, fuck you with a bucket of goo. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen there. That is my point right there. When we were little playing games, nobody thought we would wind up in a real life or death version of red light, green light. That thing where you run and you say red light, green light. Oh, fuck me in a bucket of goo. What do you know, Spark? Crying out loud. Okay, so again, I'm all over the place. Using my nose here. Oh, let me worry my wife here a little bit. Since I'm stuck in the house, right? Okay, so, and I don't have any company coming over at all. Some of the weirdest thing that's happened to me in the last few years of my life, I lost my ass. My ass is completely gone, and it can't hold up pants. The pants with the belt, I don't always wear suspenders. My pants don't fucking stay up. They just don't fucking stay up. I can make that fucker so tight, that belt, that my eyes pop out of my head. And so when I just walk around the house and my fucking pants fall down. And the underwear, they don't fucking fall down. So I don't know what's going on with that. But sometimes I bend over and pick them up. And sometimes I just say, fuck it. And I just fucking walk out of them. It happens so many times that it's kind of almost become a workout. Are you doing anything? Are you walking? Are you doing yoga? Are you doing any exercise? I drop my pants and I'm bending them over, fucking picking them up routine right there. I know what you're thinking. Suspenders are absolutely the shit. They are. It's one of the great things that my people have. Suspenders hold pants the fuck up. But here's the problem with suspenders in a lazy ass. Suspenders were designed for the working man. Run around out there in the world and do shit. They weren't designed to sit on your fucking lazy ass because they got all these fucking clips and annoying things in the back, and they stick and fucking poke in your back and chop and fucking poke. Ladies, I don't know how you put up with a fucking bra strap for all the things pinching me in the back there and shit. You should thank us for trying to get your bra straps off so quickly. Maybe it's not a perverted thing. Maybe just like, man, her back plate really fucking hurts from them fucking big buckles back there. So we get suspenders and belts, boom, roasted. Let me tell you how I've been passing the time. Also, I have just completed book 11 of the Wheel of Time series. They are that fucking thick. I started book 1 in January. I read 5 of these fuckers in captivity. They are very entertaining. They're very confusing, but I am lucky because my wife read them all. And so when I get confused, which is all the fucking time, I just ask her, hey, who's Murga Plill Flixophone? And then she'll fucking tell me. And if she doesn't know, no worries. She reaches into the Wheel of Time companion. It's like the Wheel of Time Bible to figure shit out. Now, to add more fun to this book club, our daughter from her own apartment is also reading the Wheel of Time's books for the first time with me. And she's much faster reader than I am, so she knows what the fuck's going to happen before it happens to me. And then she'll ask my wife, where is he in the book? And then she'll ask me, and I'll say page 672, and then she'll be sending her text message say, oh my god, soon he's getting to a part that I don't fucking know what it is yet. And I'll say, what? Because I'll hear her phone ding, bing, what is that? And she'll have a big smiley face on her. Oh, it's about the book. Fuck me, I'll find out soon enough. So that way, I know something is going to be happening soon in the book, because my wife's over here in the corner losing her fucking mind. She doesn't have a good poker face. She actually can sit taller when some real serious shit is coming up, and then there's no spoilers. It just kind of keeps me going. Oh, I'm close to a part. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. I'll just keep fucking plowing through here, and then I'll read a part. Right? I'll go, oh my god, I can't believe it. This man come in here and he hacked that dude's nuts off, and he fed him to a crow, and the crow fucking flew off, and then he shot the crow and put him in a fucking stew. What is fucking crazy? And then my daughter will go, yeah, that wasn't it. Oh, fuck me in a bucket of goo. So that's Wheel of Time thing keeping me going there. Finally, he's probably chomping at the bit here. I want to do a shout out to my friend Crenshaw, my Viking friend, who comes to my shows on his birthday every fucking year. Even sometimes I didn't recognize him, but that's another story for another night. Crenshaw is in the film industry. He builds. He's a set designer, an art director, I think is what you call it, and he has his own YouTube show called, I forgot what the fuck it is. It's called Maker on the Run. That's kind of a fucking stupid name, by the way. Maker on the Run. But it sounds like you're some kind of fucking manhole running down. But that's neither here nor there. So he put me. He is his barn. You don't know this about movies is that if you see a movie and there's this, and he works on dark, creepy shit, and it's real fucking scary, that he's the guy that makes that room look all fucking scary. He puts chains in there and fucking busted lamps and all that shit. But what you also don't know is that a lot of times when they're done filming in the scary room, the movie people say, "Fuck it, it's just cheaper to just leave all this shit here," and just kind of like me when I threw the lime in the sink. My daughter said, "What do you think's going to happen to that lime?" Just these fucking movie assholes do this. And since Crenshaw, a lot of this is his stuff because he's always looking for chains and saws, and he'll send me a text message. Do you have any old busted fucking saws? Absolutely, I do. So he collects all this shit and puts it in his fucking barn behind his house. And that's what his show is about, Maker on the Run. And he walks through there, and it's, I've been in there, and it's kind of fucking amazing. It's like a museum of natural weirdness, but it's really fucking scary too. There's heads and chains and fucking all kinds of weird shit poking around in there. And he's like an old Dutch lady too, because he always wants you to go home with like a takeout dish. Here, take this along. Here, go ahead, take this. So I got stuck with this big fucking obnoxious lamp that I didn't really want, but it's kind of cool, right? So I have this obnoxious lamp. Crenshaw, thank you for the lamp. And then I'm watching a serial killer show on Netflix, Mindhunter, and my lamp that I got from the Crenshaw barn is in that fucking serial killing show, and I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm like, oh my god, that's my fucking lamp, and it isn't even important to the scene. It said, oh. So, Crenshaw, his show is, he goes through and he looks at all the shit and he tells little stories about the movies and shit that he's made from all the shit that's in his barn. One of his things he just did is an episode of me where he has these two spoons. They're like crack heroin spoons, and the story connected to those spoons is about me. No, I wasn't shooting up fucking heroin in a motel, but I was at the motel where people were fucking shooting up heroin. When I met Crenshaw, all my friends work in the film industry. It's just accidental and rambling here, but the dots will connect. Since I work weekends, was always got to go chaperone school trips, and I started videotaping all the kids and shit and making little documentaries and shit. So that was a lot of fun until the parents found out that's what I was doing and started to send me hundreds of hours of footage of only their fucking kid zoomed in, completely unfucking usable. So a friend of mine, Scott from the Philippines, we told some of his stories, who's working on the film with Crenshaw, who I hadn't met yet, and asked me, could I document this thing? And they didn't even tell the movie people that I was fucking coming. So I went over there with my daughter and his little Sony Handycam, and now I'm walking around filming people that didn't know I was going to be filming them. And it's very awkward and uncomfortable. Unlike other documentarians, I don't shut the fuck up. I just fucking film people and I mock them, and the leading lady was all uncomfortable, and she was like, that weird Amish guy is filming me. And I'll be like, yes, the lead actress seems a little uncomfortable with the Amish guy pointing a video camera at her. How do you like it? Ha ha, Revenge of the Tourist. So I'm going to meet Crenshaw. He's just like a big, lovable Viking. He's just such a nice guy. But I haven't met him yet, and I'm kind of filming him. So I walk right up to meet Crenshaw, and first thing he does to me is he holds up these two crack cocaine heroin spoons in a sleazy motel parking lot over in fucking Allentown there. And he had a big smile on his face. And he was like, these are for shooting up crack cocaine. I made one, and I found one right down there by your foot. Guess which one is the real one, and which one is the one that I made. That was my fucking hello to Crenshaw. I love him. I do. He's watching tonight. Check out Maker on the Run. I got a lot of good Crenshaw stories, too. And so he's probably a little nervous right now. Okay, so being in show business, sometimes cool shit happens to me. Now, a horror movie was filmed in this area. There was an abandoned slaughterhouse up in, I think, Copley, Canassaugua, somewhere up there. And they did a premiere. The radio station did a premiere of the horror movie, pre-release screening with a chat after the film with the fucking director. Nobody wanted these fucking tickets. I love horror movies, so I got fucking 10 tickets for this premiere to go see the horror movie. I couldn't give these fucking tickets away, so Scott in Philippines, and and he's one of 3 brothers, and they all work on fucking films. I was texting all these people, did they want tickets for this film? And I also texted Crenshaw, and nobody answered me except Crenshaw, and Crenshaw said, that's my fucking film! I'm on that. That's my fucking film. I'm like, oh boy, this will be fun. You get to go to the premiere. He goes, I don't want to go to the fucking premiere. That guy, the director's a fucking douchebag. He fucking left us do all the work, and then he fucking fired everybody, and then he didn't fucking pay us. I don't want to fucking go. And I'm like, well, let's go, man. We can go, and we can heckle him. He says, I can't stay for the whole movie anyway. So I'm like, this would be amazing. You can go to a premiere of your own film. You can heckle the director, and you can walk the fuck out of your own premiere. And it was kind of fucking amazing because while people are watching this horror movie, right, and they're screaming and going fucking nuts and throwing up, we're sitting there with Crenshaw, and he's going, that's my chain, that's my saw, that's my broken glass, you motherfucker. And that's, oh. And then he fucking left, he stormed out of there. It was amazing. I gave him exit applause. Then he wanted me to report to him about the after chat, and I behaved. Even though my idea, hallway trolls were going fucking batshit crazy in there, because I'm texting him there. He said he didn't have as much help as he would have liked, and he wound up having to do everything himself. Motherfucker! That's Crenshaw, Maker on the Run. I love you. There's more stories. I think, see, when you go see his version of the spoon story, it's real short and sweet, but mine are a little more. So there you have that. Crenshaw, you fucker. I love you, honey. Crying out loud. Okay, moving along here. More notes. Let me see here. Did alternate universe pandemic. Crenshaw spoons. Hi, Spark. Way to go. Nicely done. That's how you make an entrance, by the way. Well done. I'd like to point out, though, that it is her bedtime, and she, if I don't do Weekend at Bernie's, she's liable to try to take a drink from my eye. Bad shit can happen there. All these notes that I have are oftentimes completely useless, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't write out the whole piece of material. I've covered this in previous rants. They're not, I can't just fucking read comedy that I wrote. That would be so fucking boring. They are just catchphrases so I can remember a piece of material and tell the story. But as I look down at my floor notes, sometimes I can't remember this shit, and then I'll say, like what happened with Survivor Man. Oh, Survivor Man, not fucking ready. I can tell you what's not ready this week. Amish masturbation. I made a big fucking note right here on the ground. I'll show you right there. It is. Look at that. Amish masturbation does me no fucking good at all. There's no information. The other thing up there is the AC is set to snow. That's a reference to why I like the air conditioners fucking cold. That's not funny at all. That doesn't make any sense. So, absolutely no idea what the Amish masturbation story is, but hopefully next week I'll do that on things I forgot last week. And if I don't, that means it's something that I shouldn't have put on this piece of paper. Right, put that fucker down there, right there. Um, oh, more stuff to entertain me. I'm one of these people who's embracing hanging out, being home, and watching shit. Uh, I am this much of a geek, okay? I love Buffy Vampire Slayer, and I have all the DVDs, and these DVDs were made back in the days when the first fucking DVDs were made. They didn't have iMovie, they didn't have nothing. Just the menus on these are fucking amazing. There's only like 3 episodes on one disc. It takes 98 seconds for the menu to load in. The audio is way fucking louder on the menus than it is for the film. Scares the fuck out of all of us. And then you click on the play for that episode, and then it takes you to a whole nother fucking screen where you have to again click on the play. Now this show is totally amazing. Characters are fantastic. Giles, British guy, he's the watcher of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who, and that's her thing, she's a vampire slayer. And Xander's a douchebag. Spike is fucking cool as hell. Here's what's fun about this. Okay, there is the blonde Buffy Vampire Slayer. Okay, so her storyline is she is an ugly duckling and a freak and can't get laid or can't have it. Get the fuck out of here with that. If you're a hot blonde like this and you're a fucking vampire slayer, you're set for fucking life. You go on the fucking bachelor show, whatever the fuck you want to do. So that part of it is fucking bull fucking shit. So she is forced, because she can't have a normal life, she winds up dating a 300-year-old vampire, right? Okay, and that's not gonna work out because he's like fucking 300 years old and she's 17, and that's totally fucking creepy. All right, and that's Angel, and Angel has his own fucking spin-off show. But however much of a geek you think you are, I am here to fucking out geek you, because in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel gives Buffy a clotter ring from that he got in Galway fucking 300 years ago, when the first clotter ring was made in fucking Galway. They have a history. They have a history. The guy who made the clotter ring was a fucking prisoner, and he made these fucking rings. And then when they finally freed him, he continued to make the rings, and he wanted to go back to his land. And he said, "No, stay here and make these rings." He said, "No, I gotta go back and find this fucking woman that I was going to marry because I made her this fucking clotter ring." And then he went back and he found the girl he was supposed to marry. She didn't marry either, and he gave her the clotter ring, and they got married. And that's the history of the clotter ring as far as Ireland is concerned. But I have right there, that is, where is it? Amish has a clotter ring. I bought mine in fucking Galway, in Ireland, at the same place where fucking Angel got his fucking clotter ring. And they're very proud of the history of the clotter ring. And when I walked into this shop to get my clotter ring, they're anxious to tell you the story of the clotter ring. And the lady goes, "Oh, the clotter ring has a very rich history." I'm like, I know all about the history of the clotter ring because Angel gives one to Buffy in Vampire Slayer, I think season 2. And she's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? That's the big question. Once again, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer, fucking check it out. I mean, you could be in the house for quite a long time, right? I love this shit. That's water in a glass. I don't know why people get so worked up about what's in there, but that is absolutely water in there. Checking my floor notes here. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Buffy Vampire Slayer. Oh, here, this falls under the category of shit that I forgot to talk in the last episode. Forgot to talk about. we were talking about graduations and how it sucks now, and to the graduation is kind of cool because you don't have to fucking do anything. They load the kids up and drive them to a mall. But this kind of was sort of related to that piece of material, and this is for parents and kids, is that when you're a dick to your kids, to drive them to do better or work hard, what do the city folks like to say? I'm sorry to be this hard on you, but I just want you to have all the things in life that I never had. My people do not think this at all. My people are fucking 10 years old. You are given the tour of the Amish farm, and quite cockily they go, look around, son. If you don't see it, you're never gonna fucking have it. How about that? And whatever it is, it's fucking here right now. And then it was worse for me because it's fucking 10 years old. I also realized that I could look around and see all the different Amish, and I knew how I was going to look at every fucking age of my life. Fuck it, that's why we don't need fucking mirrors. There's me at 16, there's me at 21, there's me at 35, there's me at fucking 55. I'm dressed for my own fucking funeral. Oh, we don't want you to have all the things that we never had. Fucking boom roasting. There you go. Things that I forgot. Let's see. Also here, boom, 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 boom. There's Amish masturbation, as we said before. That's not quite ready. Oh, this also probably isn't ready. But as the world starts to reopen, once again, stand-up comedy for me isn't going to reopen for a fucking while because you have to take a few months to sell a show, and bam, we don't just go right out there like that. So I started wondering what sorts of businesses would flourish post pandemic quarantine and which might take a fucking hit. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but I believe escape rooms will no longer be popular because right now we're all trying to escape our own fucking rooms. The last thing we want to do is get the fuck out of here and then go pay money to be stuck in another fucking room that we gotta fucking get out of. Oh! And I kind of was thinking maybe I could go back to Lancaster and make like some kind of fucking Amish escape room. Although that would be kind of easy, just like fucking find the door and just walk out of there. Boom roasted. Amish escape rooms. Medium fun there. Medium fun. You know, I'm trying. You gotta hand me that. Well, actually, you don't have to hand me anything. I got a whole bunch more stories here to tell. Christ's sakes. Just so you know that I feel your pain with not being able to do shit, I love riding fucking roller coasters. I mean, I am obsessed. And I have befriended Dick Knoebels. Fucking Knoebels, fucking amusement park, home of the Phoenix, the greatest fucking wooden roller coaster possibly in the world. And this year, my good friend Dick Knoebel invited me to be a roller coaster fucking tester. I was going to ride that fucking Phoenix in the whole entire month of April for fucking free just to test it. So when you tell me about shit you can't do, right there, fight my Phoenix. How about that, you motherfuckers? But I do. We used to travel all around, ride roller coasters. I feel like I should not have set up myself to talk about roller coasters because I don't want to fucking talk about them right now. So roller coasters might wind up being a thing next week where I say things I forgot the week before. I'm going to tell some fucking stories about the corruption of my youth and all the fun that we had. A friend of mine, Clee, my shirt buddy here, he was part of a trio. And there was another guy, Frank, who was sometimes watching and sometimes not. Frank was a master prankster. And my wife, the thing you should know about me is my wife is not really a drive on the highway person. Like if we're driving to New York or going wherever the hell we're going, that's all me. So many years ago, we went to see Frank in the deep of New Jersey And I didn't want to fucking kill us on the way home, so I didn't drink the whole night long. And everybody's drinking and they're having a ball, and I'm just fucking sipping ginger ale, what the fuck going on here? And then Frank, the prankster that is, was in the kitchen where only I could see him, and my family, my wife, and the partiers in there couldn't. And I think our daughter was teeny tiny little, couldn't see what he was up to. He had an empty vodka bottle that he pulled out of the recycling bucket, and he pointed to the faucet and held up a shot glass, and I knew right what he was thinking. And I gave him a little subtle nod, and I watched him put water in that vodka bottle, and he came in with the shot glass, and he was goading me into drinking. And I'm like, yeah, everybody's partying and having fun. Fuck it, man. I'll just have a shot for the road. So now, what you should know about water is you can drink an infinite amount of shots and it has no fucking effect at all. So I was pouring myself fucking shots of water. My poor wife, I owe her a back rub for this one still because it was a fucking asshole thing to fucking do. And I'm slamming shots of vodka, and I started to get louder and louder the more I drank. Everybody's partying here. 1 for the road, 2 for the road, 4 for the road, 5 for the road. I'm slamming them fuckers down. Where's my keys? And finally, she snapped and she said, that's it, I'm driving. And she took my fucking keys, and she was going to be in terror of driving us home. Then I kind of felt like a dick because that joke went a little bit too far. And if you want to play that joke, it can possibly go too far because other friends of mine, Win the barber that I told you about, most amazing retired barber, he's like Floyd the barber, he's a prankster too, and I told him about this vodka party water shot trick. And a friend of his, old man, just got out of the hospital from heart surgery, and they had a big fucking picnic to welcome this guy back home, and he wasn't supposed to drink, he didn't want to diet and all that shit. So the guy from the hospital and my friend Win the barber played the vodka water shot trick on everybody at this fucking party. There were only 2 in on it, and the guy who got out of the hospital, he's slamming back the fucking shots, and he starts drinking the vodka out of the bottle, and that man's wife ran in the house and came out with a shotgun and said, here, if you want to kill him, do it fast. Blow his fucking brains out already, because I can't watch this anymore. So if you're a prankster, watch out. Some of that shit come back to haunt you. How about that? Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Frank, I hope you're watching. All right, now, so I got another Frank story here that I like. It's Frank Knight's story. I think Clee might have been along on this one too, though. We used to go run around bars and shit where probably we didn't belong at. I was always obnoxious. This was a dance club in Allentown that there was no reason for us to go into at all, other than that Frank and Clee knew that once I was in there, I would hit the dance floor and I would do modern interpretive dance by myself to fucking beat the band. I was fucking fierce, obnoxious. There was a dress code, and I had on a black t-shirt, and the big fucking bouncer guy goes, he can't come in with that t-shirt on. There's a dress code, you need a shirt with a collar. And then Frank was going to be a lawyer. I think he was actually in college at the time, and he learned all this fucking lawyer shit and all that. So the guy, he fucked with us a little bit, and then he was a sledgehammer. He said, no fucking way. So Frank walked us back to his car and said, don't worry, I have extra business shirts in the car from my work day. I will give you one of my business collar shirts, and we can come right back into this fucking club. But what is fun about the story is that I believe I took a large, and Frank at best was a men's small, possibly a medium. So I took on a dress shirt, and I put this fucking thing on, and it came up to there. You could see every part of my upper body. I was fucking strapped into this thing. If I was going to move this way or that, I would pop out of this thing, and it wasn't fucking black. It was like light fucking blue. I looked So I'm sorry to say gay, but I looked gay. I looked like I was ready to fucking prance. And this thing was on fucking tight. And I came back and I knew I looked like a fucking douchebag, but we had to prove a point here. So now we came back and we didn't just fucking go in because that's not our way. So Frank goes, okay, so now there's a dress code, right? Yes. Can't come in there without a collar, right? He's got a collar, right? He can come in there, right? Right. He said, before you let him in, do you mean to tell me that you think he looks better now with this little fucking stupid shirt on than he did with his black fucking t-shirt on? And you would rather have him in there looking like this than go in there with the fucking black t-shirt on. Said, hey, rules are rules. So fuck it. I went in there, and then the dance floor, I bust into my interpretive dance moves, and they, by this time of the night, clearly they didn't fucking like me. They wanted to get rid of us. So they put bouncers on every corner of the dance floor, and they were moving in on me. I was just fucking dancing. That's all I was doing. And Frank come in there, and he told me, he said this later on, I gotta take his word for it because they didn't fucking throw me out. He goes, okay, my friend isn't doing anything but dancing, and I am a law student, and I'm not a lawyer yet, but I know enough to know that if you throw him out of here for doing nothing but dancing, next week the name of this bar will be Raymond's. Boom, roasted. That's the Frank Dance story. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. I love this shit. Certainly in keeping with the theme of my stories don't really have a point or an end to them. I create these little themes of shows, things talking about my show, and then I don't fucking remember to do them, but I was talking about hell gigs. Okay, so hell gigs. I've been performing stand-up comedy since May of 1991. Pre-internet, you had to just meet comedians and see if they would like you, and they would kind of network you with other people. It is a fucking brutal way to get started, and people that did like me said, the better you are, the less amount of friends you're going to have, because it's very competitive business, and people are real touchy and sensitive. So I was just emceeing over in the basement of the Radisson over there. Things were starting to move for me. I was starting to figure out what I could fucking do, and I was starting to kick some fucking comedy ass, but I was still a lowly MC, and I'm all cocky and full of myself now because headliners were starting to not want to be on the show with me because the locals were coming out to see Raymond. He didn't give a fuck if I was MC. So this one comedian who will remain nameless didn't like that I was going to be doing. I did 15 minutes, and then I bring up the next comedian, then he do 30, and I come back, then I was supposed to do 10 minutes, and he didn't want me to do those fucking 10 minutes. I heard the whole fucking conversation, and he came over, and he said, I don't want you to do those 10 minutes in between, just bring me right up. And I'm like, well, it's not my house, so if the boss man says, don't do it, then I won't fucking do it, clear with him. So the boss man said, well, since we are sort of developing you, the comedy club was actually trying to help develop me for them so they could exploit me. Woohoo! So they said, just do 5 minutes. So that was the bargain. He wasn't fucking happy about that. So I'm up there and I'm kicking ass. And when you have a hot crowd and things are going this way and that, it's really fucking hard to get off that stage. Boy, do I miss that. I will tell you this, man, I'm going to be on fucking fire when I get back on the stage. So the 5 minutes possibly went to 6. I don't fucking know. And I introduced him, and when he came up, he had a big fucking smile, but he ventriloquisted me and said, you said you're only going to do 5 minutes. And he was really fucking mad. And so now he did his set, and the show was fucking over, and I'm creeping on the side of the room there, and I knew I was on fucking borrowed time with that guy. So he was wrapping up his set, and then the waitress came in, and she had this big tray of empty beer bottles and shit, and she was right in front of me, and I was in the spotlight still, waiting for the show to end so I could go up there and thank everybody and close that shit out. And so the waitress dropped the tray of 87 empty beer bottles. And she dropped it right in front of me, and I was sitting in a chair, and she was down on her knees in front of me, and the fucking beer bottles are flying all over the place, and the comedian was really pissed off, and he said, why am I not surprised that all this commotion over there is coming out of you? I mean, you could really feel the tension in that room when I said, I know, but I'm new at show business, and it's hard to get the girls, and I figured this was the only way I could get a girl to go down on me. Big laugh in the room until the waitress got up and slapped me once. So that was a one-time joke only. Hell gigs, boom roasted. You fuckers are awesome staying with me all these weeks. I can't believe it. I keep thinking like I'm going to take a week off, and I can't do it. Because, again, fuck me. When is this going to happen again? If you were with me pissing and moaning before, I had auditioned for a Pied Piper for the Josh Gates Tonight Show. It's going to be one of the Merry Men, and I fucking made it. But the audition confirmation to have me was lost in the fucking spam folder, and I didn't find it until after the episode. Now, Josh Gates is at it again, and this is why my show sucks a little bit tonight, because the next thing they're working on is mummies. And so he wants people to just, mummy up and then scare the fuck out of someone and then send that in. And I was thinking, I can't really mummy myself up. I'm more like a werewolf. So, but I still want to fucking do it. So, I took this puppet and I wrapped the fuck out of it with mummy, right? Okay. And all day long, I was trying to figure out how this mummy could scare me. And it didn't fucking scare me all day long. Boo. Come on, you fucker. Come on, mummy. Fucking scare me. I even sat here and I read, and had my wife sneak around, and then I streamed, but it's really fucking stupid. So if anybody out there who's watching this tonight has any fun ideas for me how to use this stupid mummy puppet to fucking scare me or something else, please let me know, because I'm never going to get over that Merry Men thing. I'll never do it. So there's that right there. Fucking boom roasted. Well, let's see here. That's done. That's done. I'm probably kind of sort of out of stories. Oh, I have one more story I want to share with you. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 8:48 p.m.
8:48. See, I'm almost done. I think it's supposed to be like a 50-minute show. That's the unprofessional version of looking at my watch. I just want to fucking... I do want these shows to be good. So, my good friend Clay here, who's no longer with us, we've covered that before, I don't really like that phrase, way back in the days of running around, a lot of folks will connect with me on this. Before we had cell phones and shit, you would just make a quick phone call, make a plan, and then you would do the thing. So Clee was supposed to pick up me in his big yellow station wagon and Frank, and we were all going to romp around somewhere. And then I got dicked over, man. Nobody fucking picked me up. And I don't know what you're thinking. Well, why didn't you call Clee's house to see where the fuck he is? Because that's dick move. And that's why we would just leave ourselves hanging, because if somebody was supposed to do something and they weren't there, you would say, fuck it, I don't want to call in case he is doing something. I don't want to fuck him up. Or if he's missing or something crazy, I don't want to fucking worry his parents. So I just said, fuck it. Now where Clee was and where Frank were being interrogated in the basement of a hotel, because Clee worked for a check printing company, right? And there was a misprint. Alexa, stop. And she really fucked up the story. So Clee worked a check printing company, and there was a misprint, and he didn't have any idea to do anything illegal or horrible or awful. It wasn't stealing nothing. He just thought this would be fun to take this misprinted check and filled it out with a crayon for $1 million and put it in an envelope and sent it to Frank. Now, Frank wasn't home, but his sister was home, and the envelope was very transparent, and it was written for $1 million with a red crayon. She could see this through the fucking envelope, right? So she did what any concerned sister would do. She took that check and showed it to her asshole boyfriend, who did what anybody else would do who's an asshole boyfriend. They took it to the fucking bank to see if it was real. A misprinted check made out for $1 million with a red fucking crayon, and it turns out the company had $1 million fucking dollars in the account. So the FBI was contacted. They flew in from New York to come in here. Clee and Frank were just fucking collected. I don't think they were arrested. I think they were people just showed up in them suits and like, want to come with us? So they were getting interrogated in the fucking basement of a hotel in Hamilton Street, and I didn't fucking know this at all. And the people who the company was laughed their fucking asses off, but the local fucking cops were thinking they were on to some kind of big fucking money laundering ring. And they're just fucking, these guys are laughing, dude, he wrote this with a fucking crayon, just let him go. And there's not really any kind of real punchline to that story, but this goes back to if you're a prankster and you're doing the water in the vodka thing, lady could come out with a shotgun, and if you plunk a check off the line there and fill it out with a crayon for $1 million, you might get fucking shaken down by the FBI. That's episode 14. I love you. Buy a shirt. Donate if you can. I'll be back next week for episode 15. And I love you fuckers. Thanks for tuning in. See if I can turn this shit off.